Diversity for Tech. It's a group of thought leaders who really find the best type of solutions for equality, for diversity, and for inclusion. Today we're at MWC, and we're just before you go on stage. Thank you for taking some time with us. I'm with Justina Nixon-Saintil. You're the Chief Impact Officer at IBM.
Yes.
I think a very important role. And if we look to equality, diversity, and inclusion, look from a business perspective. I'm a lot of business minded, and look to innovation. What is the role of innovation, and how does equality, diversity, and inclusion impact innovation?
Yeah. So when you think about technology and innovation, companies want to have a diverse employee base. You want to have different ideas, right? Different lived experiences as well. And you want to be able to bring employees together who could be creative, who could be innovative. And there have been many studies that show that by increasing diversity in your workplace, you can actually make a difference for your bottom line. When you think about your clients or your customers, you also want to make sure that you have people who are in your workplace who also represent the people that you want to sell to, right? Other businesses that you want to work with. So it's very important for again, your bottom line to make sure that you're increasing diversity in your organization and in your workplace.
And I have a data analytics background, and for not being biased, I think it's important, very important as well. If you look to tech companies, IBM and all the other ones, what do they do? I know, of course, they take care of equality, diversity, and inclusion, but do they really make an impact?
Yes, they do. So just specific to IBM, there are a few things that we do to not just create a talent pipeline of diverse people, but also to increase diversity within the company. Number one, we eliminated the need for a 4-year degree for every job that we post. We realized that has excluded some diverse applicants from actually being able to obtain a really well-paying job at IBM. So we are very focused on skills first, right? Do you have the experience? Do you have, for example, a digital credential, but you don't necessarily have to have a 4-year degree to be able to get a well-paying tech job at IBM? So that's one way that we've increased diversity at the company. We also just have a focus on making sure we have programs like apprenticeships, internships. We have what's called a returnship. So women who have actually left the workforce to care for their families, we make it much easier for them to come back. So all of those programs are in place so that we can increase diversity in our workplace. The other thing that we do externally, and a lot of the work that I lead, is how do we make sure that we are not leaving anyone in society behind, right? I call this untapped talent. There are so many different populations that have been historically excluded from the tech field, and women, Black and Hispanic populations, low-income populations. And we very much focus on bringing skills and training to those populations, especially in the tech field, because we know that once they have the opportunity at those positions, they excel. So that's a lot of what we're doing externally in supporting our communities.
And you said you're in the lead as a Chief Impact Officer. How do you drive this within IBM?
Yeah, so, I lead a global corporate social responsibility team, and we focus on a couple different areas. The first is education and skills. And we made a commitment to skill 30 million people by 2030, commitment that I'm very proud of. And in fact, in our upcoming ESG report, we'll give an update on our progress against that commitment. But that commitment is really around how do we bring our program called IBM Skills Build, which offers free training and digital badges as well to underrepresented groups globally. So we very much focus on those communities that have been underserved and underrepresented. And we partner with nonprofit organizations globally to really provide that training and make that a connection to employment as well. So it's not enough to just provide training on tech skills and workplace skills, but to make sure that we are providing job opportunities to those who are trained and who have badges as well. So that's one area that we focus on. The second area is on sustainability. We want to make sure that vulnerable communities are not being left behind, especially because of environmental threats and climate change. So we've launched programs where we bring our solutions, our data, our expertise to those communities and provide them with solutions that really help them make the right decisions around clean energy, sustainable farming, and we're going to launch one on water next year as well.
Great. And talk about this training. Do you support also the science, the technology, the engineering and the mathematics, the STEM training
Yes.
with IBM as well?
Yeah, so actually we just did a study where globally we asked people about their thoughts on STEM careers and access to digital training and digital badges. And we had some surprises, right, from that study. First of all, people still don't really understand what a STEM career is. They also don't know how to access the right training that fits their needs. And they felt that training was too expensive. And, we offer a completely free training program, Skills Build, that anyone can access. So we do want to make sure that we are providing that STEM awareness, that STEM career opportunity to those who are interested and those who want to pursue those types of careers. Listen, I'm an engineer, and I think anyone who wants to obtain a 4-year degree in engineering or computer science, that's great. But we also want people to understand they can actually take advantage of training, obtain a digital badge that's IBM branded, and that can help them get an entry-level job in tech. So you do not need to have advanced degrees to be able to get a well-paid, meaningful job in this area.
Great. Thanks for driving all this impact for society, one part, and thank you for sharing all your insights. And thank you for all the watchers at home for attending us at MWC here at the IBM booth. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.